Hi, Steve Hart here. I want to share with you my thoughts on the topic of the future versus the now moment. In the last few days, since we had our Hurricane Irma here in Florida, I've been without internet, so obviously I've been doing some reading. And I also watched the second episode of The Matrix, the movie called The Matrix Reloaded. And in that movie, there's a scene where Neo goes to visit the Oracle. And hopefully you've seen this movie. If you've not, then just hear what I want to say. And that is, he's talking to this lady who is an Oracle, and she is trying to help Neo understand who he is and his purpose. And one of the things that she says is, I'm interested in one thing, Neo, and that is the future. And believe me, I know the only way to get there is together. Now, I thought that was astounding, for me, at least at that moment when I was watching this again. I probably have watched that movie many times. But the reason why I was taken by that is the fact that we're always, as in our minds, thinking about the future. And yet everything that we want in the future is with us in the now moment. Let me explain. The only way we can experience the future is in the now moment. Because the future never gets here. That's only logical, right? So whatever it is that we're projecting our thoughts into the future, those thoughts that have any real meaning or any validity are with us in this now moment. Now, I'm not saying it's an error to think of the future or what's about to come, because the now moment itself is in constant motion. It's the now moment and the next now moment and the next now moment. So the best way to describe this now moment is your current awareness of who you are and what is happening in this present moment. Your feelings, your thought patterns in the now moment. Now, the ego wants to pull you into the future and project what might happen, and the ego also pulls you back into the past of what did happen, or at least what you remember had happened. Whereas your higher self or spirit brings you into the now moment. When I do my meditations and when I connect with spirit, it's only in the now moment that I'm able to do that. I remember one time I struggled with the idea that God would not meet me in the future and provide for me the way he had done in the past. And it took me a period of time of several weeks to actually work through that in my heart and in my emotions, and come to an understanding that whatever is with me now in this now moment shall be in the future. Because only in this now moment am I really experiencing the future. Remember, as I said a while ago, the future is nothing but a field of possibilities. Or did I say that earlier? I can't remember now. Hear what I just said. The future is nothing but the field of possibilities in this now moment of what might happen. Now, we can make choices as individuals as to what we want to happen and hold an intention in our heart, and we actually manifest and create our own reality in this now moment, individually and collectively, meaning that we do it together. Because you see, there's this illusion that we're all separated, but the truth is we're all connected. That's why I thought it was so interesting that the Oracle is telling Neo that the only way to get to the future is together. And it's true, because we can only experience what we call the future, the concept of future, together in the now moment. I hope this is not confusing to you, but the reason I'm sharing this with you is because the ego has a tendency to project so far out into the future of these possibilities that we we get sidetracked. We find ourselves beginning to worry or fret over what might come, what might happen. The true focus of who we are and the peace of God and the joy and the love that we're all seeking is only in the now moment. Now, I'm not the only one who's sharing these thoughts. There are numerous other people who are teaching the same thing as Spirit has revealed it to them and to me too. And of course, I'm reading and I'm getting messages from Spirit as I'm reading about what this means and how these things unfold. But let me once again emphasize the fact that the now moment is in constant motion, and in the now moment is this field of all these possibilities of what could happen. And we get to make a choice individually, and we get to make a choice in the collective. And we all came from Source, and we're all going to go back to Source energy. Oh, and I want to also mention that when we are in this now moment, we experience this energy, flow of energy, and that's what we call the emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. So when we're in this now moment, we're either experiencing anger or fear or desire or pride, or into the higher vibrations of the power of courage and willingness and acceptance and joy and love. Those are all energy flows of energy, and they create our emotions. So it's important that we pay attention to our emotions in the now moment, because therein is the secret to what we're looking for. The energy patterns come into this now moment and through us, and we can make choices and shift those energy patterns by making our choices. I know for myself that there have been many times when I've been in an emotion of fear or desire or anger, and I could make a choice to shift my focus in the now moment towards peace and willingness and acceptance. And when that happens, there's a huge shift within me and in the shift of the energy, how it flows through my mind and through my heart. And you can do the same thing too. First, you have to become aware of what you're experiencing in the now moment, and then you have to make choices about what it is that you want. So life is about making better choices and better choices and better choices. And what happens is we become to a deeper awareness as to who we are, and we evolve, and we actually understand that we're not just physical beings, that we're spiritual beings having this human experience. And that experience can only be in this now moment. So it's a paradox, folks. I understand, and I know it sounds like I'm going around in circles, because when the mind is trying to comprehend it, that's what we end up doing. We end up circling around, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's our way of evolving. So we're spiraling up into higher understandings of who we are and what it is in the truth in the now moment. So I hope this has helped you in some way. I don't know if it will or not, but I wanted to at least get this, share this from my heart with you, and hopefully it will help you in achieving your desires and find yourself in the joy and the love of the Spirit. God bless.